Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Alright, I've been gone pretty much all day and just recently got back, but once again with the event, I want to try to capitalize on some of the event stuff going on, but I figured I'd jump on my Quantum. There's a couple things I want to do with my Quantum. I just put down a new armory for him so I can have a different loadout, hopefully by the end of the night. If not, I'll prep it tomorrow. And I'm hoping to show people how to set up their armories and their builds. Okay. One of the things I'm hoping to get is pistols. So I'm hoping to get a weapon box sometime. Woohoo, orange ring. Shut up. Badass. Badass. Alright. It's gonna wear off. Alright. So, where is that puppy? Got a bunch of stuff I've got to filter through. Alright, I already have the demonic head, so we're going to get rid of that. It's a pack box. I need to set up my controller stuff too. So I will probably take this for my controller loadout. I don't have the style either, so it's going to be kind of nice. It's not really that good of a ring that I got out of that, so I'm not too worried about it. And I already have the sharpshooter. Okay, looks good. Yo, Nicole, what's up? Not much. Doing Quantum. Trying to get those events in. Trying to get those events in. Alright. So once I get this unlocked. Oh, I figured it has the same icon, Kig. I figured. I thought it was you. I was like, is it King? It could be just a similar icon. Hold on. Is that crooked? I think it is. It's going to drive me nuts, so I'm going to straighten that out real quick. 1 second. Mike, wait a minute. I think my thing's crooked. Let me... Alright, I'm just going to straighten this out really quick, like. It's going to drive me nuts. I don't want to make it too whatever. Alright. Did it just go crooked? I can't tell. It's fine. You can call me Nick. Alright, Nick. Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Alright, so we're going to queue up some stuff. I'm really hoping to get... I'm loot locked from the stabilizer event. I was about to say, so am I loot locked from everything else? No, I'm not. And yeah, I placed my R&D station down here. I think it's down here. I finally broke down and got an R&D station. Much needed. Much needed. If I don't have a style, I usually keep it until I unlock it. It's that ring I got in the vault. Not that good, really, to be honest with you. Healer. Not going to be able to use that anyways. Alright. When a group lacks controller and 4-man content, the role's less buff grants the party extra power.
This is Waller. You are now
There you have it.
the Suicide Squad. By now you are intimately aware of our arrangement.
Okay, I'm gonna grab this really quick.
Members of Task Force X.
For me, the Titans are family. They are the first people I ever met after arriving on Earth. Nightwing was the first Earthling I ever kissed, even if it was just to learn English. He was also my first love. In my time on the team, I have learned to become a leader, and in some ways, a mother. It has prepared me in so many ways for everything life could offer.
You go, Starfire. Oh, was that between the crotch?
Well fought, Donna. Your defenses would have impressed even the warlords of Okara. Oh, excuse me. My new recruits have arrived.
Huh? Welcome. Feel free to take the training simulator for a spin. I'm going to hit the showers. Don't worry, you're in good hands.
Thank you, Donna. I'll go join Gar in the control room and we can begin our session.
The flying crap. Every time I see it, I'm just like, oh god. They could have done without that. It's just wow.
Oh, it's you guys.
Oh my god. Pretty comparable. One thing I hate about Time Bomb, if they die before it detonates, it's a waste.
Go ahead. I dare you.
Still part of my rotation though, so. I swear I'm starting to lose some of it.
Excellent work, team. Let's take a moment to talk and...
Enough with this child's play, alien girl. It's time to prove who the true Titan is. You two, face me, if you're not cowards.
Damien, stop this right now.
Hey, tough guy. You're not gonna let little orphan alien tell you what to do, are you?
Aren't you supposed to be Batman's son? I am the heir of the demon and the Dark Knight, and you will show me respect even if I have to beat it from you.
Robin's out of control. Beast Boy, shut down the simulation.
I'm locked out! That little psycho turned our simulator into a cage match!
overrides. Hang on, I will get you out.
See, that looks cool.
The doors are locked tight. I cannot open them.
Don't worry, Corey. I'll go for help.
That doesn't.
See if the controls inside the simulator are operational.
They could have done a little bit better transformation.
Human safety protocols disengaged.
Recruits, fight as though your lives depend on it.
Who are you?
When it goes off big.
Bring it, pal.
Teamwork is required if you hope to succeed.
Think you're about
Threat level.
Simulator is loading on level 9. Bye, Saul. No, not him. Beware. The simulator summons the demon Trigon, Raven's father.
Here we go. Pretty good.
Titans, we have a problem. Something is wrong with the tower. All of our security and defense protocols are going haywire. I need eyes on the ground out there, ASAP. You heard the man. Titans together.
Okay. Wait until I exit and I'll check out the artifact and the other one. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Quantum is a fun class because you can apply two different aspects to the damage type instead of just like one modifier or one builder. So it kind of makes like your builds a little bit more interesting how you apply quantum mechanics as relevant to this game, I guess. You know, but not to say it's practical quantum mechanics, but hey, man. All right. So let's check out. Controller. That's a little bit of a bump. Not much though. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. And then when I'm taking a look at, where is it at? Now I know I ended up getting, where is it? Oh, right there. See, it's not much, so I'm gonna also take the troller belt. Then I can start putting together a controller optional build. Keep in mind this is like a DPS, mainly is what I play this tune as. Okay. Everything else I can kind of keep. Okay. Looks good. So we did the training sim. We need the target. We need Hive Reborn. And machine. I can also queue up some 8-mans. Tier 6. I'm not too far from tier 7 on this too. Not too far. Yeah, there is some weird delay or lag or something in this game recently. I don't know what. Seems to be sticking after loads.
This is now a Suicide Squad operation. Members of Task Force X will be assisting you until the objectives are completed.
Nice work locating the base.
Alright, yeah, I need to there.
Jericho's driving that Hive flunky now.
We have a small problem. Shimmer and Jinx have a falling out, and Mammoth is having problems gaining entry to the vault. It appears Hive has approved their
control looks really good, so does the heels. Looks really fucking good. Nice thing also, it's a lot of range. I really like, oh nice, that's what I was looking for. Weapon box, yes.
Thinks I'm the father she never had.
Son of a...
right? So fight.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till the trinket comes up. Shit. Okay, trinkets up. Good.
I had to do for honor. One day you'll understand.
Jericho?
It's me. Let's go save your friends.
Okay, one up here.
By these creeps. Beast Boy especially. He never stops. His bogus I have spared no expense in contracting the
Dude, you got me wanting to try out that Sword Keeler. Sword Keeler's badass, dude. I promise you. I love fucking Sword Keeler. That's why I loved it in the beginning. I loved it. It's just powerful. A lot of people don't, you know, they underestimate what the devs did, but the devs made it that way. Between, like, I like them all. They all each have like a different twist to them. You know, they all play different. I think everybody's like, you know, accustomed to electric and nature, but I like celestial and sorcery. I'm still trying to get my bearings with water. I haven't played water much, so water is a whole new element, pun intended, for me. But I mean. All right.
Man, he let me call him Dad.
There we go.
What is Slade doing?
It's me.
Heals and troll is badass. This troll is badass. This troll is so badass. Whoever's trolling this is badass.
That is the best tactical decision you've made yet.
Well, if it isn't Batman's bratty little bastard. Think you and these rejects can stop me? Get real, creep. I'm done holding back. You're dead.
Good thing I brought reinforcements then.
Slade? What the hell are you doing with them? We had
Tara's
a deal.
weakness is her anger.
We were
Follow
a
my
team.
lead.
Partners.
Did you think I would partner
would
with
laugh
a weak
if you
little
weren't
girl
so
who cries
pitiful.
for her daddy? Ugh.
No one wants
when
you,
I'm
Tara.
through with you,
not the
your
Titans,
precious family
not
won't
Slade,
be able to identify
not even
the
your
body.
parents. We've succeeded
Shut
in
up.
angering her, but further
He
taunting will
said
be necessary.
I was his princess.
The more angry she
He
gets,
said-
the more power she
He
has.
said.
Okay. It's going to be a minute on that, so I'm going to blow it now. Oh shit. Majority of us over here. Blizzard was over there by himself. Got him. Yo, Jack, what's up, brother? I'm on the Quantum tonight. Alright. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Shit. See if I can get it in. There we go. Another weapon box. Ooh, it's so tempting. I think I'm gonna have to take it. I think I'm gonna have to take that. It's King. He's just on a different account, Jack. It kind of threw me off. She went psychotic. She's a very serious therapist.
Jericho? No. They're gone. Go on ahead and save the Titan.
Not bad. I mean, I have a little bit of ways to go. I mean, whatever. Okay, so back to the lair. Gonna assess what I need to do here. I have hand blasters. I need pistols. I think I need actually I need pistols and a bow. I think. All right. So let's go ahead, open up what we got. Doesn't it get boring repeatedly playing the same raids again and again and again? It doesn't when you switch tunes. And in my opinion, out of all the games I play, this has way more accessibility as far as what players can play, if that makes sense. I mean, it's needless to say. I mean, I feel like one of the downsides, since I have a vitalization, so I do need a weapon one. So we'll, like, I played games where you didn't even get that, luxury. You know what I'm saying? What is this? Ooh, might's +2 though, and then but it doesn't give me my buff. Whatever. Not going to use it. Like, I feel like this game has way more to offer. Way more to offer as far... Like I said, if they put open world content, this game would be fine. Honestly. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I feel like that's the only thing. See, 771, 246. That should be right there. That should be there. Okay. I'll save it. Okay, first weapon box. I need pistols. Well, I can't get pistols because I've got that. So I can go hand blasters for my controller. That's fine. Or I just go here and I get my point in pistols. Reopen it. And I'm still gonna get stuck. Fuck. My fault. Okay. Open the next one. Now I can get pistols. Yes. Like, there's a lot of games, like, I honestly feel that, I don't know. Like, for example, ESO. ESO has a lot of dungeons. They have trials. If you compare the trials to the raids from this game to that game, this game blows that out. This game blows out how much group content it has. Now, also keep in mind, one of the major things that also has going for it is the simple fact that, yeah, we need that controller mask. That you can queue it. Now you can't queue that content in Elder Scrolls. You have to, it's got to be pre-made. It has to be. So that's another strength that this game has. It's just one of those other strengths. You're like, oh wow, that's cool. It is kind of cool. I was going to take the controller one, but because I needed it, but that damage output is pretty good. So I'm going to actually take this for my DPS on this build. So, and I guess that's why I don't, like, for me personally, I enjoy the content of this game in its initial form. I do. And now, like I said, I wish the open world would have more to it. Because I used to like farm dungeons. In other games, you have to farm it. You're like, oh my god, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. And I'm going to show you guys how to set up your armory or a different build. So I'm just going to make a different build really quick. Like, basically a different loadout. Jack and King, you guys know how to probably do this. So the first thing I want to go ahead and do is reset my skill points. Which my skill points is right here. So you want to either go to the Watchtower, Hall of Doom, or use your respec station in your lair. Okay. All of our stuff's been reset. So basically, the only thing I'm doing different with this is I'm going to add pistols and a different look to it. Right? So I can't slot it yet. So first thing I'm going to do is go down to weapons. We know we're going to use pistols. And I got to unlock every point into pistols. Now later on, it's going to get way more detailed than that. So I need dual wield and hand blasters, which works out for me in that essence. Okay. Now, dual wield. Because I already have 1 point in there. I used to combo up with pistols a lot, so it was nice that I took dual wield initially. Okay. Now I can go back to dual pistols, unlock the combos. Now I don't need any more points into my weapon specialization because I'm only going to use what? Pistols for this loadout. So now I can go into flight. Once again, I'm going to take that super speed. You can take any of these powers that you want, but these passives are important. These 5 passives, no matter what skill you're going to take, you want those 5 passives. Iconic power, I'll usually grab another shield, word of power, something like that. Just a couple of like optional skills, and I always take the super strength. So something like it in that essence. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take superpowers because I'm going to be DPS. I want to put critical attack chance at max. I'm going to put critical attack damage at max. And then you're going to notice something, right? I can take precision, or I can go into might and power. Since I'm going to use mainly power-based abilities, I want to put majority of my points, if not all of them, over there. And then I can scale up precision for clipping and weapon combos. Because you can go precision build or might build, but this is going to be a might build. So that's where I kind of want to go with that. Now we're going to take a look at our loadout. Now, we're going to see that it's going to have the damage. Modify all the damage stuff here. So, I can use Event Horizon, protect your teammates, restores power over time. That's usually a troller ability. Temporal Vortex. Okay, so you'll notice that I use Oblivion in this, but I'm going to go for a temporal build. So I'm going to put Vortex on there. And then you're going to see that all of my stuff is set for destabilization currently. But what I want to do is gravity. I'm going to do a gravity build. Right? So create a powerful gravity field stunning your enemies. Okay, enemies become gravitized. I'm going to replace that. That's what we call a builder. What does a builder do? A builder is very simple. It deals damage and adds a modifier to your other damaging effects. Those are called builders in MMOs. So that's what this is. It's a builder. Why? Because it adds gravitation charge to the targets. Okay? So there's that ability. Now the first thing also I want to do is take a look at anything that also applies what? Extra damage to gravity charged tunes. So you can pretty much kind of go over here. So like Singularity, enemies become gravity charge. I actually do like this a little bit better, I think, than Gravity Well. I think I do like the Singularity a lot better, in my opinion, than Gravity Well. Because it's got a longer cooldown. It does a lot more damage, but... Alright. Time Bubble. Okay, so we're going to put that in place of our quantum tunneling. Okay. Now. Okay, this is our spammable Y, 0.5 seconds. Okay. We want to kind of put that in the middle. And we need one more gravitational charge. Then we can use Time Bomb. Still use Time Bomb. I want to say there's something else besides Time Bomb, though. There's a finisher. There it is. Gravity bomb. I was wondering. Hey, what's up, bro? Chat, morning poll. What's up? So I'm going to use this. Singularity. Gravitational field. Inspiring waves. Gravity bomb. Alright, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 0.5. And then 3 seconds. Okay? Then temporal vortex. Now, I wonder if there was something else. I could do. Looks pretty good. Kind of like that. Singularity. I really like Singularity. I really do. Gravitational field, though. I mean, Gravity Well is really nice. But Singularity is really good. Enemies become gravity. It's just fast. It's really fast. It's really fast. See, there's our dot damage. This is our direct. And this is basically like a large one. So I kind of like that. Time bubble. I like time bubble. Quantum, nice. You go on troll DPS. I have one DPS loadout, so I'm making double DPS loadout to show the different damage types between Quantum, which is nice. Okay, now I'm going to change the look of this tune. So we know he's got pistols, so he's a might build. We're not going precision. If you want to go precision, I'll cover that another day. You can go precision builds. So we just want to like give, and you can spend a lot of time in how to customize your tune. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. Just giving him a brief new look. He's kind of like from the future. That's the whole story of this tune, I guess, when I kind of came up with him. Could go with the Astro Alloyed look and take the back, and because I have the Astro Alloyed back, kind of like that. I always did like that look. Okay. Why didn't the weapon change? That's weird. Alright. Shoulders. Let's go with the back really quick. Ooh, I kind of like that. You really should get the Quantum Style War. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I need to get on this. No. No, I hated those shoulders. I always hated those shoulders. Always. Okay, yeah. I'm feeling that. Wish the wings were a little bigger, but... Okay, well, we might be able to change it. What's the story behind this character? This character, basically, I kind of dimed the whole story of this character based on what Luther did in the initial storyline of this canon. Like Luther went back, stole the exobytes, stopped Fracture. Fracture was the one that actually was supposed to stop, come back. So this character is called Momentive. So like there's nothing you can do to change the moment. So Quantum, he goes back in time. So he's from this Earth's future, this timeline's future. So he goes back in time to see that things go on the way they're supposed to, but in the end, he stops Luther. He's the one that puts an end to Luther's overall plot. He plays a hand in defeating Luther's initial plot in the end, but he comes back to make assure that everything goes accordingly to what Luther set for this timeline, so this timeline is not disrupted. So it's called Momentive. Wear just boxers. That always looks great. Yeah. I do like one of the headsets here. Biomagno. I don't like that head. Ew. I think that's on another tune, but I like it. I like the Checkmate Informant. Yeah, that kind of looks cool. I'm feeling that. Hold on, I've got to save this. 'Cause something's up with my weapon. Because it didn't get switched. I was about to say, what the heck is going on? I just got those pistols. Alright. I actually like those hands with this though too. Because of the wings. So we just need to change up like the feet and the belt. Yeah, I like it. I'm feeling that. Is my character human? Partially. He's has some cybernetic qualities, so he's not a complete cyborg, but he's you have to be somewhat, you know, he has implants basically what allows him to control the quantum physics. So that was the whole idea of giving him partial cybernetic enhancement. He's mainly human, so all of his powers are science related. So he's not like Cyborg in the way, because he doesn't control machinery as much as his machinery controls quantum mechanics. So that was the whole idea behind it. Right now, is the highest CR I've achieved is on my troll, my lantern, my hard light lantern. So I kind of like that waist with this too. It kind of goes well. I don't know about the wings though. It's the only thing I'm wondering about, but it's the only thing I'm wondering about now. I like the wings. I just wish they were bigger. Like those, that is like way too clunky looking. The way they go out. I don't like it. I like that Avatar backpack. I love that. No. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sleek and yet kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Does he have a family? How old is he? Well, he's a young. He's young. He's like, you know, like 15 years old or whatever. And as far as family goes, like where they're from in the future, like everybody's raised by the society for the benefit of mankind. So it's basically like, it's not like Kryptonian where they're genetically, you know, chosen or how they're created. So they do kind of have traditional, like, still like, you know, relationships, but at the same time they raise everybody in like a militant type environment as far as like, you know, what you're going to be, what you're going to do. It's a structured society is what it is. So it's the way it goes with him. Like, you know, I was just kind of messing around with it, and I was like, you know, it would be cool if like he wanted to ensure Luther's success, but at the same time wanted to make sure he didn't continue. Like, he's supposed to be there to ensure he fails in the end of his plot. So I kind of like that look. So we're just going to save it. Okay, so we have our template. We have everything done. So we're going to imprint our build. Once that's done, now our build is set. Okay, so now I can switch between this build and the other build. Or hopefully. Okay. So it is 2. So I gotta set my troller build. Then pada! Now we have 2 different damage types. Oh, you're a person. What build storyline for characters? Okay, cool. Actually, I'm a writer. I've written a novel and I've written another book, and I write poetry and stuff. So I just kind of think of things as I'm going along just with this. That's why I guess I really enjoyed aspects of this game in the DC universe, and I guess the altered canon and timeline in this game. I really enjoyed it. When they came out with Quantum, I thought that was kind of cool. Like, so each one of my characters have like kind of like a little hidden background story to them. Like Happy Lantern. Like, that was like, when I first made Happy, I thought, what, my friend, I literally thought about my friend. My friend is scared of clowns. It puts fear in her to even see real clowns. And I'm like, you know, here you have the Celestial Corps. Their biggest, you know, they always trying to instill fear. And how scary would it be if you took a clown, basically like a Joker type persona, and made it a lantern? So all of a sudden, bam, now you have a clown lantern. That's really fucking psychotic. So I thought that was cool. It was just a cool, you know, twist to a story. So, and I loved the head because it looked like the clown from Twisted Metal with a lantern suit. And so when the lantern suits came out, I was ecstatic. I was like so ecstatic about it. R&R, what's up? So now we have 2 different loadouts. So now we have Tachyon build. We have a Tachyon builder build, and now we also have a gravitational build, right? And I gotta switch those weapons. Those weapons, after all this, what I did, those weapons look so fucking cheese. I am not walking around with like skulled weapons. Ugh. Oh yeah. The bolt is definitely probably, you know, whatever at this point. I like the bolt. I'm not gonna lie. No. No. Oh, hell no. SMG, that kind of looks cool. Now. Oh, hello. Yes, and thank you. Saved. My character name is Light Thunder Trome. So creative, I know. That's great, bro. I never was think about characters that way, you know. I just create them 2D pixel, but it's cool that people create stories for them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I mean, I just kind of... that's why a lot of players have been requesting, I guess. Oh, we're having a great night, R&R. I hope you are too. Hope you're having a good night as well. I guess that's kind of like why certain players want like a biography in the game. They want players, them to add a biography that people can inspect. I kind of get that. So, I understand why people want it to happen. So now I have this whole new build of gravity, based around gravity now. So I have, instead of teleportation and using tachyons, now I have gravity-based build. So we have destabilization, and now we have gravity. Destabilization works in, I guess, in a somewhat of a polar opposite effect.
This team is now operating under
Somewhat.
Suicide Squad's authority. I've recruited some members of Task Force.
Yeah, I like that little backpack. I'm actually glad I went with this look. Because it kind of looks like, you know, he's still dependent on some machinery, but, you know, kind of, I like it. Gonna miss a lot. Look, they're probably on the last boss. It's gonna suck. And a lot of the things about this game you'll notice is that you can do that with these builds. You can make builds very different. And, you know, especially now with all these changes. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Just defuse it. My character's name is Ired Fury. Come on. God. liking it. Got like this pistol whipping attitude. I'm gonna pistol whip you and then add fucking heavy gravity on your ass. It's pretty badass. Like it. Sub, thank you, R&R, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. Now, I'm having fun coming back. Like I said, one of the things, I like the game. It's one of the most polished games, actually, in a lot of ways. The problem only with the game is, like, when you're down between DLCs, what do? Like, most of the time you're either making alts, working on alts, and you want more open world content. You want to feel that in Gotham and Metropolis, and they can do it. If they did it, it would add a whole different dynamics to the game. Like, the storyline in this game is one of the best. I wanted to live in the Watchtower. Wish my character's lair was located there instead of being in Metropolis. It's an idea. I like how everybody has a different look to them too. All these different characters.
You led these bastards here to kidnap my friends? Was betraying our trust some sort of twisted game for you? Well, good. Because Titans play to win. And this game ain't over yet.
He's lost his fucking mind. Now, like, one thing I don't need the quantum, and you'll notice why I didn't take the quantum ship. I can actually, like, I have a way to retreat with my weapons. And that's why I wanted it, so if I go in, I have the shielding system now. I would donate, but my PayPal is acting weird. Oh, thanks, man. Well, you know, if as soon as it fixes, if you want to ever donate, that's up to you. But I appreciate either way. Thank you so much. I currently look like Cyborg in the new Justice Contract episode. Nice. I don't like his new look. I liked his old look a little bit better. That was my preference. His old look really appealed to me. Like, the way he looked, he did look like somewhat cybernetic. This, like in this version here, in this one, I don't know. I don't like the look. Gonna leave R&R? Well, I thank you for the sub. I appreciate it so much, and please stop back. We always enjoy like having people come in and just hang out. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I like hearing from people, especially that play the games and and can give their feedback.
Deathstroke is gone, and so are the Titans.
I'm gonna take the crate.
Not yet.
Who are you?
Friends.
Okay. So basically, now I can like collect some of this styles I don't have really quick. But basically, every build that you do in this game, you have flexibility. You have a lot of flexibility in these build configurations. Like a lot of times people just want to set, just kind of piece things together, but take care, Paul. Oh, you're just telling him bye? I was like, okay. But there's a lot of flexibility in the game's build configurations. The only thing that you always wanted to do is always find out what modifying damage is going to apply. That's kind of the only thing you really want to pay attention with. Yo, Scott, what's up? See you still grinding. I actually just got back on. I was gone all day. So just got back on. I was hoping you'd get on. I was like, I wonder if Scott will be on. Or Dawn Strider. Because Dawn Strider usually works a midnight shift. There you go. I kind of really do like this setup. It's just so different. I really do like. The one thing I love about this game was the different damage types. And then all of a sudden they made precision, like weapon specialization was something you took serious in your rotation. Why? It added all the modifiers that you needed. And when they got rid of it, I was a little concerned. I was like, okay, well, that kind of sucks. Because the way your clipping system worked and the way you wanted the weapon specialization work, you really wanted those modifiers. You really wanted to amp up your damage points right when you needed them. And I kind of liked what they did with this because they went with the artifact for damage increase, like making it a static based on, ability or combos, depending. Like if you're going to do weapon combo, specialization combo. And I was like, okay, that's cool. That's actually kind of cool. I'm actually feeling that. And then they took it a little bit above to make it where you can go more precision-based build, right? So you can now with your points, you can build more towards weapon damage. So if you have a lot of dot-based damage, right, you can do that. Yeah, I started another tune, been grinding to 30. Got you. Got you. And like if you have a lot of dots, like I could build a whole dot build, right? And literally base all the dots, right? And then go weapons. Like I wouldn't even need the modifier in the loadout. Just basically looking at it like like literally I could add the damage over time effects. Okay, damage over time, damage over time. If you're going to do a dot build, that would allow you to make precision build, right? So you're going to have delayed effects applying dot damage, right? And then go based on what? Weapon specialization. So that's kind of a cool aspect to what the devs designed the game to do. You can go might-based. You can go precision-based. That's cool. That's really cool. It kind of leaves your loadouts a little open. I'm never bothered to create new characters. I only have one character with 245 CR. Oh, hell no. See, dude, Jack, I'm an altaholic. I'm an altaholic. Like, one of the main things that I love is, like, trying the new sets, trying the new powers, trying new loadouts. That's what keeps me interested in my games. Like, but, you know, because, honestly, let's say you get to a certain point, right? And you're not looking for styles. And you're not looking for feats, right? All of a sudden, the only thing that's keeping you going is content. What new content is there? Or keeping the farming going. So you got to, to me, I've got to find something. Because I could probably get all my dailies done in, you know, about two hours. You know, and the average game time, I spend maybe about 4 to 6 hours a day. So if I get everything done in about 3 hours at my tier, right? Well, then what do I got to do for downtime? And that's why I'm saying that the devs should start introducing. Don't get rid of the events. Like, you can cycle out events and make them more relative, right? I feel like cycling the events is more important because new players coming in, when they play that content, they're able to, you know, get that. But it's time consuming. Right. And for me, though, as you can see with all the different characters and layers and setups, I used to play this game pretty good. Like, when I left, like, a hardcore MMO, I was used to raiding for 6 hours. Not just gaming. Like, on weekends, I would raid for 6 hours in a raid. Now, in this game, I can get out of a raid between 20 minutes to, 40 minutes? If it was progression-based, like if it was hard mode type stuff. But majority of the time, I was out within the hour. That's way different than 6 hours. So this was like one of the first games I got into that took my elite attitude and literally dumped it. I'm like, I can queue a raid? What? I was like completely shocked, mind blown away. I was like, no way, no how. And surprisingly enough, I felt that was probably one of those best aspects for me. That's probably why I don't create new characters. I only play about 2 hours a day. Right. That for you, one character is sufficient. That's about it. I average about 4 to 6. I don't watch television. I do not watch television at all. It will pollute your mind. If I want to see a movie or watch something, I'll go like, you know, whatever every once in a while. But majority of the time, do not watch television. So this is my form of my entertainment, period. So I love character creation. Plus, I'm still looking for that one special tune, right? And I feel like that's the thing that you got to bite on. But there's so many different... The combat system in this game makes it so appealing. That's probably one of the most addicting aspects to DCUO. Is the different unlockable... I like character creation in the beginning is kind of like meh at first. Because I'm like, I wish there was more customization of body size and appendages and all this other stuff. But when you start getting into costume unlocking and different ways that you can conform or configure your character's look, that's where it gets cool. It's like, oh my God, that is so badass. Oh my God, that is so badass. And then it keeps you look in, and then all of a sudden you got this really introduced combat system way before Elder Scrolls was even out. This game did it first. This game did the weapon skill combination before a game like ESO did. I don't watch television either. I watch your videos. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You know? And that's another thing. Like, I watch fellow content creators. If I'm ever in between things, that's what I do too. I watch fellow content creators. Stream, preferably. I don't watch... Sometimes I'll watch some clip videos, but not a lot. I'll get on my little fake accounts, and I'll just pop in and just play it like a podcast, listening to some people. I never hate on anybody, and I try not to troll anybody if I'm watching. Most of the time, they wouldn't even know I'm there. And then sometimes I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this person saying and thinking? Like when I used to watch a couple of streamers, I would literally be like, what the fuck? Okay, now with this build, it's going to be more ranged. So now I can switch out the build, which I'm going to do. This is why I want these extra builds. So see, now I have a build where I can play more long range game, and then I have a build I can play medium to close range. I have more mobility on this build. And this is something that I think Elder Scrolls could learn from. Being able to switch out your build configuration with the push of a button. Because sometimes it'd be nice to take a character I have a tank build on that I can switch out with a button and my gear loads up. Or healer. Or DPS. $40K! Oh my god! Dude, I just did 40K on that dude's head. Holy fuck. Time bomb is not worth it in short fights. That's why I wanted a different build. Long fights, yes. Short fights, not so much. Sometimes I wish more games would do the raid queue and make it more like make a hard mode for like organized play like leagues, and then make a mode that's challenging, but where other people can you know, play the content with randoms like this. Because if you don't have a tank, you don't have a healer in this game, this board, it can be a little bit very overwhelming. I've seen people wipe it, but as long as you have like the dedicated roles, it goes by smooth, and that's what I like. But I feel like every content should have a normal mode and then a hard mode. No way. We beat the shit out of it already? What? Feel cheap. You're a good troll. Wish you have years back. I keep you in a cave as a good master. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I really like when like I said, when I first came to DC, the only reason I didn't come to DC initially, because fucking SOE fucked me over. Me and SOE or Daybreak Games now, it's not the same. Some of the devs are the same and some things are the same, but me and initially SOE have a very complex past relationship. A lot of the devs knew who I was at one time. I've done multiple things for the company as a tester, but wish we could play together sometime. I have a hero, I just need to, like, you know, level him up. I have 2 heroes. This tank is badass. If we just wait here, the tank will probably pull everything in. He's been doing really good. But I really did enjoy the game when I finally decided to, you know, lift my frustrations away from the company. I like the dev team. They did use a very strong engine, Unreal. I mean, let's be practical. There was a lot of pros to the game when it first came out. And when I first started playing it. I want to say it was probably at least a year in before I even started playing the game. This title. But honestly, I mean, like I said, I had my little whatever when it came down to it. Villains forever, babes. You know, I like playing any whatever. Only reason I went villain. The only reason was I was looking at the pop, and villains were at the time were very low pop in comparison to heroes. That's the only reason I went villain. It wasn't to say that I wanted to be a villain, because Momentum is a villain, considered a villain, but he's more anti-hero, I guess, than a villain, in the aspect that he wants Luther to do the things that needs to be done to secure the future, but he has to see him make sure he fails, and that's why he's here. So, you know, like this, I felt like being a villain and trying to stop the heroes from stopping Luther was appropriate, I guess. But in his future, he's looked at as a hero. Why? Because he takes on this mission. Indeed, villains always was smallest group, though, right? And it was. That's why I went with it. It wasn't. It had nothing. It had nothing to do with. Initially, it didn't have anything to do with whatever. Just everybody wanted to be a hero. So it was just like, well, that kind of sucks for PvP, especially like diamond heists and stuff. When I was first like getting into it, I was like, well, that sucks. I don't want to be what everybody else is doing, and then it's a guaranteed win. You know, that kind of sucks. So that's why I went with villain. It was no more than that. Something simple. Dude just flew out of my fucking time bubble, bastard. My time bomb. Indeed, it was going to be a hero, but I always was like the Joker. He was my mentor. Got you. And Mark Hamill does such a good job, too. That's probably another thing that probably impressed me with what the company did when they got the original voice actors, and majority of the time they got the original voice actors from the anime series in this game. This isn't copied. These are the original voice actors that play the anime that do this. And that to me was fucking impressive. So when you knew that they had Warner Brothers indeed had the company's back like that, which Lucas, I guess, never did in certain ways, that was pretty impressive. I like how it just pops out of my chest, too. That ulti. Nice. Excellent. I'll take the back, I guess. Have you collected a lot of the new styles of suits, like the speed metal suit and the visitor suit? No, not yet. That's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to get caught up on some of the things that I haven't been able to do yet. So there's a lot. RNG in this game and farming, it's crazy. All of the characters have the original voices. Not all of them. A lot of them do. Mark Hamill, like the Joker, that's Mark Hamill. Batman is what's his name, who plays Batman in the anime series. Robin, like Harley Quinn, the original Harley Quinn, when she was in the Funhouse, and the new one isn't. But yeah, a lot of the voice actors are from the anime series, right? A lot of them. Majority of them. There's not all of them. There was a couple of ones that weren't, but the majority of them. So that to me was the most impressive aspect to what they did here. I mean, they really did, like, Warner Brothers really did have their back. Like, the crazy amount. Enhanced Armor Detective. Nice. What about Flash? Yeah. Flash is from the anime series. Like I said, they really did. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. First thing you thought to yourself was like, oh, shit. You know, you were like, no way, yes way, man. It was crazy. I mean, it was nuts. $90, $94. That, I mean, to me, that was probably the most. I guess you just had more of an appreciation for it, you know? You really did appreciate what was being offered from the game. If you were like an anime fan or anything like that. I mean, think about it. Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill's voice is in this game. Not copied, like original, like quotes and stuff. Like he plays the Joker. It's kind of cool. It's just cool. Oh, R&R, welcome back. That's probably like one of the biggest selling points. Like when I was watching like some of the cutscenes and I first heard Mark Hamill's voice, I was like, did they copy that from the game? And I'm looking everywhere. I'm like frantically looking to see if this was a copy of Mark Hamill's voice. And here to find out, the voice actors had their own lines in this game. And it was on that opening scene that you can hear Mark Hamill. Nobody kills the bats but me, but you always hear that. And then there was another cutscene where he had this original line. I was like, shut the front door. I was just like, it was mind-blowing. And then and it just had a whole different appreciation. Damn, bro, why you keep in your inventory so much stuff? I know, well, I've got to scrap it. I'm going to. That's why I'm trying to put these builds together. So, yeah, I need to. That's why I was coming down to my R&D station. I was like, shit, man, I need to salvage a bunch of shit. Not a lot of stuff I can salvage right now, but I'm working. I'm trying to get there. Trying to get there. I could probably get rid of that. So that's a 96, and then I got a new one of a 98, so I can get rid of that too. Controller 96. I don't like that trinket. That trinket is the worst. I can get rid of that. And I can get rid of that, finally. Cool. Yeah, no, I have quite a bit of stuff in here. Well, I have like exobytes. I need to clean it up. There's a lot I need to clean up. Like I got to put the troll build together, which I'll probably do with that right real quick. So on my troll build, it's back here. Nothing fancy, so I'm just going to go to activate menu. I'm going to activate appearance only. Okay, now I'm going to come down here. Going to go once again to the respec station. Going to reset my skill points. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my hand blaster. I believe I was using a hand blaster last time. And I can use that hand blaster. And I could until I get another one. But okay. So the first thing I want to do is just take a couple of the pieces that that I looted for controller and that roll specifically and apply it. Now hold on. I think I have another trinket up here that 258, 281. Yeah, we'll keep that one. What level is this? 90. It won't be perfect. I still have to get quite a bit of pieces. But like I said, this is mainly a DPS build. Primarily. But you do want to have the optional build. Just in case. Okay. Here's my boo. Okay. Now, going to go to, once again, weapons. Going to go to hand blasters. So we know this is going to be a hand blaster build. So we need bow, and we need brawler unlocked. So we're going to go to bow. So it won't let you do master until you unlock all the top ones to get that last tier down. Brawler. Wish there was just a button that says unlock to master. Okay, now I go back to hand blasters, and now I can take my combo. Okay, once that's unlocked, then I once again go to flight. Always, always, always. Do you make money for YouTube? My shows are monetized, so I I can get donations, I get sponsors, and then I also get, you know, some monetization. Let's see. Controller. Oh, 1 second. I got to take iconic powers. Don't think I need anything in here. Once again, I usually go with just the kind of some standard stuff. Because I'm a troller, I don't really think I need anything. So, okay, I'm going to unlock this. I want 20 points over in critical healing chance. Critical power magnitude, I want to unlock as well. Now, as you guys can see, nothing else really benefits the troller so much. Except, what? Dominance and vitalization. Vitalization percentage of your buffs are going to be applied. So we're going to take this down to about 30. You can split them or stack them or whatever. But, you know, Dom is important too. Because that's how you break them down with CCs, how the CC applies. Except bosses will always seem to have an immunity. So, it's kind of like, you know. What other games do you play other than ESO? Okay, well, I used to play, well, I play Black Desert Online also, currently. I've been trying to play EverQuest 2 a little bit, trying to get back into it. I also used to play Rift. I've played over 50 different MMOs my entire life. I have 21 years in the MMO market. I initially was, I've always been a gamer, but, oh, hold on, loadout. I also used to test for companies. So all the major companies I've done testing for. All of them. Except Blizzard. So I do take that back. Blizzard I've never tested for. So it's probably my one exception. So I'm going to use Time Bubble again. Everything is about the debuffs, right? And applied effects. Alright, so you're always going to say, look, reduces target damage output. Want it. Done. Debuff. Okay? You're always going to look, reduces enemies' defense. Singularity. You want it. Okay? I'm going to put the time bubble over here. Just makes more sense. Sometimes I'll use the quantum tunneling. Breaks you out of short time, prevents damage for a short time. I like the quantum. You know, we'll take the quantum tunneling. Okay, so we have this. Now I need to find... Increases the weapon attack damage for you and 3 group members with the highest power percentage. See, that's really cool. Power heal. You want this. So this is our spammable, right? And then we're going to take health. So we have damage, we have defense, and now we're taking a look at their health. Right there, anomaly. And then there it is. We have a loadout for controller. Up. Except it's not exactly where I need it to be. That was in damage output. Oh well. We'll just... So I'll just do it again. So we're going to take Event Horizon. We're going to take the wave. We'll take the quantum tunneling. Take this one. We take the heal. There's one more. Okay. Damage output, defenses. Okay. As long as we have everything in ranged. Targets damage output. Defenses. Heal. Power. Slip. And shield. Perfect. Okay. Now. Also, I need to do my augments. So, we're going to switch up the augments. As you guys can see, controller, tank. Oops. Okay, now we're going to fortify these. Of course, they've been fortified, it looks like it. Yeah, they have. So augments are in place, right? I don't have any trinket yet for him though, any artifacts. So we have vitalization, we have all that, we have the build. Now we're going to imprint. And we're good. Now we can go between 3. Two. And as soon as it wears off, 1. Ta-da! And we have different builds now. Now we have different builds that are associated. Okay. So I just wanted to show that really quick before I log out. It's kind of a nice aspect to the game how you could play different roles. The layers do give you that capability to switch roles, that have different applications. Also keep in mind when you're getting things, this is kind of where other deeds come into play, because when I take a look at doing mods, which right now I don't have a lot, I might mod a troll and damage completely different, especially if depending on what I'm trying to accomplish, and you know, eventually. So that's something you got to take into consideration as well, how your layer is going to apply to your main build with that character. And if you want to be efficient towards endgame or more optimized, why a second deed or a second layer in your armory in that layer will become important. Because when you place a build in a secondary layer, you can put the mods for that generator in that build specifically set up for that. So you can optimize a lot more. So just food for thought. You don't have to, it's optional, but hey, you know, oh, speaking of, I forgot to switch the role here for my troller. So it should be supposed to be on troll. So let me save that. Okay, and there you have it. I'll switch out the weapons later and give them a little bit more customization like I did with the other one. But yeah, there you guys have it, man. You can definitely, like I said, you can make this game your own in a lot of ways. It's one of the really cool things. It has application. I enjoy the game for what it offers. And it has flexibility. Once again, though, it's done Twitch better than most new gens, and I feel like graphically it still has its appeal. There are a couple things the game could improve on, like usable furniture would be great. Like I would like to be able to sit down at a table, be able to sit down on a chair, you know, things like that. But it's a cool game. It is really cool. Alright guys, well I'm going to let you guys go. Once again, Mr. Craven, Mystics MMOs. Thank you guys for watching. And once again and always, have a nice day.